So, Konosuke Takeshita has fulfilled his destiny and become the man in New Japan Pro Wrestling, taking the title from Zack Sabre Jr. in the final of the G1 Climax. So the G1 is one of the most anticipated times of the year for any wrestling fan, and is basically considered the pinnacle of tournaments or stipulations that produces either a title challenger or a title winner. Every major company has this one event or tournament that we look forward to every year that's supposed to give us the next big thing or solidify someone's greatness. So let's talk about them. In the WWE, while the biggest round robin tournament is the King of the Ring, it's not always held every year, and it doesn't always produce a title challenger. That honor goes for the Royal Rumble, which every year since 1993 has guaranteed a WrestleMania title shot for its winner. The first men's winner was Hacksaw Jim Duggan, but it wasn't until 1993 that the winner was guaranteed a title shot. So, Yokozuna is actually the first one to get a title shot off of winning the Royal Rumble. The latest winner is Jey Uso. For women, Asuka was the first Royal Rumble winner in 2018, and the latest was Charlotte Flair. Now, AEW has two, and because they're both really new, it's hard to determine which one is more important. And despite the fact that for the last 2 years, the Owen Hart tournament has actually guaranteed a title shot to its winner, in the men's division, I feel like the Continental Classic gets more people excited every year. Last year's was very highly regarded, and this year there was a lot of hype around it. I would say it delivered. It was a great tournament. And the funny thing about it is that it's not for a world title shot. It's a mid-card tournament for a mid-card title. Initially the Continental title, now the Unified title. But it's put over in such high esteem by the company itself, by the wrestlers, and by the fans, which has made this tournament prestigious. The first winner was Eddie Kingston last year, and the latest was Kazuchika Okada this year. Now, the women don't have a Continental Classic as of the time of this recording, but they do have an Owen Hart tournament, so that's going to have to count for them here. The first winner was Britt Baker in 2022, but the Owen actually didn't guarantee a title shot until 2024, or last year. So the first one to get a title shot off of winning this was Mariah May last year, while the latest winner was Mercedes Moné this year. Now, we've already talked about the G1 Climax, but let's talk about its history. Of all the events and tournaments that I'm talking about, G1 Climax is the oldest, with its first tournament taking place in 1974. That was won by Antonio Inoki, fittingly. The latest one, as we just talked about, was Konosuke Takeshita. New Japan's sister promotion and women's division, Stardom, has had their own G1 equivalent since 2012, before even joining with New Japan as a part of Bushiroad. Yuzuki Aikawa won it in 2012. While Momo Watanabe won it this year in 2025. Now, CMLL is kind of interesting. It doesn't really have a major event or tournament that guarantees a title shot, at least not as far as I could read. The most prestigious tournament is the Leyenda de Plata, which is a tournament that's been going on for a while that honors El Santo. But as far as I can read, it doesn't produce a title shot or a champion. I think the most unique thing in this instance is actually the Universal Championship of CMLL. And the Universal Tournament. Now think of WWE's attempt to make Survivor Series a champion versus champion event. The Universal Tournament in CMLL is just that, but on steroids. It's a whole tournament of every champion in the company, and that champion of all champions gets a belt. That's not defended, but it's still pretty prestigious, I imagine. The first one was won by Ultimo Guerrero in 2009, and Titan won the 2025 version. There's been a women's version since 2019, Dalis La Caribena won 2019, and Persephone won the 2024 version, which is the latest one to happen so far. Now, Pro Wrestling Noah has a traditional round-robin tournament style with their N1 victory. Yoshihiro Takayama won it in 2010, and Masa Kitamiya won it in 2025. While Noah's sister promotion, Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling, has had the Tokyo Princess Cup since 2015. Retired wrestler Nanako won it in 2015, and Miyu Watanabe won it this year in 2025. Thanks everyone for watching. Take care.